Hi students, welcome to Botany Online class. So in these videos, we are going to learn about structure of pond ecosystem. So already in previous classes, we are going to learn about types of ecosystem. There are the two types of the ecosystems already read there. So one is natural ecosystem, another one is artificial or man-made ecosystem. Then the natural ecosystems, this is further divided as two types. They are terrestrial ecosystem, another one is aquatic ecosystem, and then aquatic ecosystems further classified into the two types. There are the two types. They are fresh water, another one is marine water ecosystem, and then fresh water further classified into the two types. They are lotic, another one is the lantic type of the ecosystems. Now we are going to discuss about types of the pond ecosystem. So these are classical, natural, aquatic, freshwater, lantic type of the ecosystem. So again, nature, aquatic, freshwater, lentic type of ecosystem. First of all, so what is freshwater and lantic type? Freshwater means the waters lake of the salt, that's why freshwater. And then lantic, what is mean the lantic? The lantic means the waters does not move from the one place to the another place. They are storage in the permanent place. That means standing water bodies is called lantic. So it is an example for pond ecosystem. Then the structure of pond ecosystems that are helps to understand structure and the functions of ecosystem. Structure and the functions of ecosystem. So these are structure and the functions there are two measures of ecosystems. So what is the structure and function? The structure we means biotic communities like number of species, number of biomass, number of habitats and non-living things like nutrients and waters, that are structure of ecosystem. And then functions. So the functions we means the biological energy, the production, the respiration, the fixations of carbon dioxide, the fixations of nitrogen, phototropism and etc. that are functions of the ecosystem. So next one. How to form the pond ecosystems? Generally, the shallow area of the earth during the rain season, the fall of the water. Thus, water is storage for particular time or particular period. So, after those regions, the origins of different kinds of the organisms. See the structure of ecosystems. That is a structure of a pond. These areas, they are origins of the different kinds of the plants. This what is the mud. Then the bottom regions of the pond, they contain abiotic components. These are producer. This surface is contain the waters. The waters contain different kinds of the animals. These are consumer. These are microorganisms. So that are from the pond. Next. So the structure of pond ecosystems. Their origins are different kinds of the organisms. The base for or bottom regions of pond ecosystems, the origins from microorganisms. Both the surface of the land, the origins of the plant, and the inside of the waters, they contain different kinds of the animals that are a part of the pond ecosystems. Then the pond ecosystems as self-sustaining and self-regulating pond ecosystem. Then what are the major components found in the ecosystems? So there are 4 components. There are 4 components found in the ecosystem. They are abiotic components and producer, consumer and decomposer. So that are major component of the ecosystem. They are abiotic components, producer, consumer and decomposer. So among producer, consumer and decomposers are biotic factors. So now we will discuss about the topics like abiotic components, biotic components or biotic factors like producer, consumer and decomposer one by one. So first we are going to discuss the abiotic factors. Abiotic components are non-living components. Abiotic components, otherwise known as non-living components. These are include dissolved inorganic substance. The inorganic substance, for example, this carbon dioxide, dissolved carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, chloride and etc. that are found in water, especially dissolved in the water. And then organic components. For example, this amino acid, humic acid. So these are also found in the water regions. And then climatic factors. The climatic factors is temperature, light, and then edaphic factors. The edaphic factors like soil, water, soil have the pH of water and etc. That are example for edaphic factors. And climatic factors are temperature, light and pH value of the waters. That are example for climatic factors. Among the inorganic and organic substance origins from death rate. So what is mean the death rate? So death rate nothing but death, plant, animals and excreta. That's why the death rates. So that will form the organic and inorganic substance. So that are abiotic components of pond ecosystem. Next we are going to discuss about biotic components. So what is the biotic components? The biotic components, they are the constitutes of producer, different kinds of the consumer and decomposer. That's why biotic components. So the first one is producer. So what is mean the producers? So all green plants that are prepared the whole food substance are autotrophs. That's why the producers. For example, the different kind of the producers, they are located in the both the surface or around the pond or pond ecosystem. First one is phytoplankton. What is mean the phytoplanktons? The phytoplanktons nothing but the floating of plants, maybe unicellular or multicellular. Mostly they are found the unicellular that are floating in the waters. That's why phytoplankton. Phyto means floating or floating. Plants means the plant. Phytoplanktons means the floating of the plant. That's why phytoplant. For example, this Oscillatoria. Oscillatoria alabina, Eudrinona, Eutropia and Volvox and Diatoms. That are example for phytoplankton. Again, Oscillatoria, Arabina, Eutropia, Volvox and Diatoms. That are example for phytoplankton. And then filamentous algae. Filamentous algae. What is mean the filamentous algae? The filamentous algae nothing but the filament like thread-like plants that are floating or move from the floating in the water region. The basal part of these they are attached with the substratum or hold fast that are bind with the bottom of the water regions. That is filamentous algae. An example for filamentous algae, Elothrix. Elothrix spirogyra, Cladonia, Oudogonium. That are example for filamentous algae. Elothrix spirogyra, Cladonia, Oudogonium. So this is an example for filamentous algae. And then floating plants, third one. So what is mean the floating plants? These plants bears all parts of the plant. For example, root, stem, leaves, but these plants are does not fixed in the bottom of the water. So totally all the part of the plant they are embedded with the water. That means are the floating plants. So what are the difference between phytoplankton and floating plants? So the phytoplants are the unicellular or multicellular organism that are minute, that does not visible in the eyes. So under only visible in the electron microscope, that are embedded with the waters. But the floating plants is the multicellular, mostly multicellular organism Thus bodies bear number of the parts, stem, root, leaf and etc. But thus plants are does not fixed in the soil. So that are moving from the one place to the another place. That's why floating plants. For example, for floating plants, azolla, salvia, pistia, Wolffia, azolla, salvia, pistia and Wolffia, etc. Eichhornia, very important, Eichhornia. It is an example for floating of plants. Already you see that most of the paddy places they are located in azolla and salvinia. The most of the lake, already you see that the outer surface of the lake completely occupied in the green like plants, that is the Eichhornia. So that are example for floating of the plants. Then fourth one is a submerged plant. So what is meaning the submerged plants? So the plants bears all the parts. So that are fixed the bottom of the water regions or bottom of the pond, but the other parts does not appear outer surface of the water. All the parts are embedded with the waters. That means the submerged plants. For example, this Potamogetum. Potamogeton, another ones are paragmites. That are example for submerged plants. Another one is rooted plants. Fifth one is rooted plants. So what is meaning that rooted plants? These plants bears all the parts. So that are origins of basis of the water regions. So the root and the stems are completely embedded with the waters, but the leaf portion and the flower portions that are found in the outer surface of the waters. That means rooted floating plants. Okay? Rooted floating plants. For example, this Nimbaya, Nilambo, that are example for rooted floating plants. Actually, these are you see the very simple example in latex lily. Already you see the some water region like pond or river and lake region. They are located in the latex and the river. That are example for rooted floating plants. And then sixth one, macrophytes. So the macrophytes is the big size or large size of the plant. That means of the macrophytes. An example for macrophytes are Typha. An example for this Typha, Ipomoea. Ipomoea. That are example for macrophytes. Again, the producers are consistent phytoplankton, filamentous algae, floating plants, submerged plants, rooted floating plants and macrocytes. So all the plants are, they constitute a major producers of the pond ecosystem. Next we are going to discuss about consumer. So what is mean the consumer? So the organism or animals consumer. So it is one kinds of the biotic components. So what is mean the consumers? The organisms like animals that are feed from the producer, that's why the consumer. The consumers consist of different kinds of the are various kinds of the consumers. First one is zooplankton. So what is mean the zooplanktons? Floating animals is called the zooplankton that are feed from the phytoplanktons. That's why the zooplanktons. An example for zooplanktons are paramecium, Daphnia, that are example for zooplankton. And then benthos. What is in that? Benthos. So what is in the benthos? Benthos nothing but the animals live for bottom regions of the pond. That's why the benthos. An example for this molasses annelids. That are example for benthos. So these are primary consumer. So followed by the organisms feed from the primary consumer. That's why secondary consumers. For example, secondary consumers are water beetle and frogs. That are example for secondary consumer are the water beetles and frog feed from the primary consumer. That's why secondary consumer. Then some other animals are big size of the animals feed from the secondary consumer. That is called tertiary consumer. So that are feed from the secondary consumer, that is called a tertiary consumer. An example for tertiary consumers like duck and a crane. That are example for tertiary consumer. And some top carnivores like hawk, man, and a big size of the fish or large size of the fish. That are example for top carnivores. Again you see the consumer that are feed from the producer. That's why the consumer. There are the different kinds of the consumer takes place. Zooplankton, benthos, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer and top carnivores. So finally we have discussed about decomposer. So what is in the decomposer? The decomposers also known as micro consumer. Decomposers otherwise known as micro consumers. So that are helpful for the recycle with minerals for the ecosystems. For example, this bacteria and fungi. So generally you see the in previous classes and other lower class level, bacteria, fungi are natural scavengers because these two microorganisms helpful the detrite particle break down to form the simple organic matter, that is means a decomposition process. So after the decomposition process, the minerals re-enter into the soil or the earth. So that are helpful for two microbes like bacteria, another one is the fungi. So finally, the organic substance and inorganic substance also again reach in the soil. This understand. Next, the cyclic pathway of nutrients between biotic and abiotic component entrench in the pond ecosystems. So the pond ecosystems naturally they're making a self-sufficient and self-regulating process. So that are the biotic components. Again, the biotic components consist of producer, different kinds of the consumer, and decomposer or microorganism. So end of this organisms are microorganisms are completely degraded or completely recycled with the nutrition. Thus nutrients are found in the bottom of pond ecosystem, so that are re-enter into the plant bodies. So today class is over. Thank you.